Alright, new Blast Dragons for Estacion is here, along with a promo for a Dark State boss unit, which we will not go over, so let's begin. So first off, here's the new promo that I'm not going to go over, but it's going to be for a new boss unit that hasn't been revealed yet for some reason. In which we go to the first Estacion cards with Conversation Elf, which is a great one with keep on the skills. Auto, when placed on Guardian, if you have a Blast token, it gets shield plus 5k to the end of the battle, but if you have at least 8 Blast gauges, you can Soul Blast 1 to get plus 15k instead. If anything, this is more of a tech card, but you don't really have space for this as you need to run a plant token engine for the deck, so this is most likely not going in. In which we go to a new blast unit, Vargos of Summer Expanse. Wasn't expecting a new Summer Dragon, but okay. It's a grade 2 with taking power and the skill is Auto Rigor when this card attacks the Vanguard. If your Vanguard is at least a grade 3 Estacion, this card gets its 5k power in the end of battle, and then at the end of the battle, retire this unit to draw a card. The ability is mandatory, but that's fine as Estacion has multi-attack, so technically you want to use this as your first attack so you can retire it, and then Estacion using the blast token will Superior Call another one. So already this might end up being a 4 for the deck, especially adding on top the second skill where Auto when put on Guardian. If you have a blast token, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, change that unit's original power to 5,000 into the end turn. So basically, if your opponent has a 13k base power, it changes to 5,000, but that does not include the buffs. So if they have extra 10k power buffs, it means it's the 5,000 plus another 10k. But still, this could actually be really funny interaction, especially I really love this defensive interaction of shrinking down your opponent's power. And it's also very good for the first skill, so I think this is worth running for the deck. In which we go to a new Spring Dragon, Fidel of Spring's Joy, which really looks like a dog dragon to me, but it's a gray one with keep power in the skills. Auto, when discard from hand during your ride phase, if your Vanguard is a Estacion, call plant token to rear guard. Don't like that you have to discard during the ride phase only, but that extra plant token is very helpful, especially because each plant token basically gets you 1 extra absorption for your blast token. In which the second skill is Act Drop. If your Vanguard is at least a grade 3 Estacion, cost bind this card, call up to 2 plant tokens to rear guard, but you cannot bind another card with the same card names from the drop zone for the rest of the turn. Basically, it's a hard once per turn ability, and it's a drop zone version of the mushrooms, which just makes this card a must run because of it. With the final skill where Auto Drop, if your Vanguard is Estacion and it's being attacked, cost bind this card, give your Vanguard plus 10k power in the end of the battle, but you cannot bind cards with the same card name from your drop zone for the rest of the turn. Also hard once per turn basically. Very interesting card. It's a full-on drop zone card, one for your turn and one for your opponent's turn, and I love that you could play with this defensively and also defensively. And keep in mind, in the English side, the Bind Zone Returner card is still not banned yet, so this could actually be infinitely looped in a way. But overall, it's just a very good card. It's just mushroom for the drop zone, while also being a discard fodder and also a defensive option. And then next week, we got some Heart Lulu support along with a Messiah card. And I play both decks, so I'm hoping for some good stuff. And so that's it for these reveals of the Estacion support. What do you guys think of it? Overall, some cool stuff. I was not expecting a second set of some of the Weather Dragons. I just wish that they give out the full set rather than half the set, but the support is definitely pretty good, as technically it just gives more options to Estacion, especially for a deck that hasn't really got support. And now that I think about it, I think only the start deck is the only Estacion stuff we got, along with technically generic plant support. So technically this is the first direct support for Estacion. But on that, that's it for this, and see you next time.